What's up guys, my name's Dychronic, your host here on this Destiny 2 video, and today we're going to be talking about the weekly reset in Destiny 2 for June 18, 2019. Going to be showing you everything that is new, that's going on, the new events, the new changes, as well as all the new stuff that have reset in this current week. So obviously, the big thing this week is going to be Iron Banner. You can see Lord Saladin over there behind his big frisbee and his burning torch over there. You can go visit him for the Iron Banner stuff. We're going to go ahead and start off with him just to show you what's going on. So Iron Banner has changed a little bit. No longer is it you just do this bounty, you get requisite armor to be able to purchase directly from him. The bounties instead offer powerful gear, give you your tokens, and they're pretty much the same idea as they were before, but you get the armor through this quest line. So there's, I assume this is going to be the first in many different steps of the quest that you're going to want to do over many different Iron Banners over the season, that you do some things in Iron Banner, and as you go along, you're going to be guaranteed to get some of that new Iron Banner gear. And that's the way I understand the new system works. I have yet to start it since obviously it just came out, and obviously next Iron Banner will know a lot more after having played a whole week of this. Outside of that, there's obviously going to be these things for getting certain triumphs to be able to purchase these directly if you want any one of these items. And lastly, right now it is a bonus Valor week right now, so it's probably 2 times Valor right now and then 3 times Valor into the weekend. So if you wanted to get some Valor, for some Redrix or whatever, you have that opportunity now. Anyways, moving on with the regular weekly resets, starting off with the Nightfall. We have 3 different Nightfalls this week, including the Warden of Nothing, Prison of Elders, Servitor at the end, drops the 2-burst hand cannon called the Warden's Law. Next up, tree probabilities, the big Cabal dude at the end that crashes through that Minotaur. He drops the DFA, which is 140, Rampage drop mag hand cannon, and then lastly the Exodus Crash, the one everybody hates, with the Vandal that goes invisible at the very end, or is it a Reaver? I forget. I think it's a Reaver that goes invisible all the time, always disappears, and he drops the Impact Velocity Exotic Sparrow. Highest scoring is going to be Warden of Nothing for sure, one of the highest scorings in the entire game, and then lastly we have the Tree of Probabilities. It's really fast. You can basically skip pretty much every single thing up to the boss. The heroic modifier for this week will be Solar Singe, with the daily being Grounded and Brawler, which is pretty bad. As for the weekly rotating Crucible playlist, obviously it's going to be Iron Banner as we mentioned before, 6v6 control, level advantage is enabled, you know the new quest system, it's pretty straightforward. As for the Reckoning playlist right now, it is going to be Void Singe, and the daily right now is going to be Prism and Brawler, which is a pretty bad combo. It's no longer Prism, it's Prism. As for the flashpoint this week, I'm actually a bit confused. I think that there's an error in my game, so let me know what appears in your game. But right now, it says Mars is my rotating playlist. But from what I've seen, right now on screen, you can see the list of the rotation of the flashpoints. I'm fairly certain the start of the DLC was on Nessus. And if it was Nessus, last week should have been Tangled Shore, which I don't actually remember what the flashpoint that week was. So that means this week should be Io, if they're following the same rotation as they have been. But obviously they could have changed things since Season of the Opulence. But either way, I don't see a daily adventure, and I haven't completed an adventure on my Titan for the reward in over a week, so I don't know what's going on. But it does in fact say that I have to do the flashpoint on Mars, but I'm just a little confused. Let me know if there's a mistake there. And while we're here on Mars, the Escalation Protocol weapon this week will be all 3, because last week was the sniper rifle, next week will be all 3, and the shotgun will be around after that. As for the Dreaming City this week, it is going to be in its growing curse state, so it's in phase 2 out of 3 for the curses. So if you wanted to do just powerful rewards, you wanted to go and do the special mission for this week, or if you wanted to do Ascendant Realm, I believe last week was the down one, which means that this week should be the final one, where you have to run past a whole bunch of things, lots of knights and jump puzzles and whatnot. That's going to be taking place in the Chamber of Starlight, but I haven't done Ascendant Realms in a week, so I can't really be sure if I'm remembering this correctly, but I do believe it's going to be the Chamber of Starlight with the final Ascendant Realm. Moving on to Eververse this week, going to show you what she's got. Just going to clear this. Ooh, Cosmos Shell. I haven't gotten a Cosmos Shell before. Let's go. I assume pretty much all of these things that are for silver can be sold for silver dust. You just got to wait for them to come around, I assume. I don't know. I have to know what this gyro shell looks like. I hope it spins. I hope for the level. It does spin. Oh, this looks like the thing from Contact. Man, I love that this spins. Is it getting like... Oh, no, it's Public Defender. But that's awesome, man. I love it. I love it when things like this spin. Are like animated. I just want to see it in like every color and like know what it's like. But This is here in case you want it. I hope that it can be gotten from just random packages and Bright Dust purchases, but I haven't seen it around yet. And then this Darcy one also looks pretty cool. Hopefully it's a green sight. Moving on to the Bright Dust purchases, a couple of items here really not that special. You have the Crimson Ornament for the Silver Bullet, and then you have the Grooving Dance in case you're interested. Moving on to the seasonal offering, I noticed that there is a new item here, right here, which we can actually see later on. It's part of the Silver Bright Dust purchases. And something else I also noticed is that now there's 2 extra items at the very end. So they're adding like 1 extra item to the Silver seasonal offerings every single week. We'll see if that's a pattern or not. Moving on to the Bright Dust purchases, a couple of items including Time Out, which is a new chalice. I call it chalice. The new Opulence thing, there's a new Sparrow, the Grateful Crane, not to be confused with the Fraser Crane. Not really that special of a Sparrow, but it is there in case you're interested. You have the chest piece for the Titan, in case you were wondering. You have the Shards of Galanor ornament, which I briefly went past earlier. Nice little yellow glow underneath, which is a very nice effect. I'm glad it's finally getting an ornament because I use it all the damn time, but it does look very similar to the previous style, which means it's not that different. You also have Standoff and emote from Forsaken. It was very popular. It's like a last word in your hip. When you end the emote, you fire, and you can quick draw on the enemy. There's tumbleweeds. It's a very nice emote. I love it. You got the projections here. You got the reflections effect. You've got the Minotaur effects, which is really cool. You can kind of like come together in the transmit. Here, I'll show you. It looks really cool. And then lastly, you have the atmospheric glow shader in case you're interested. So I've got good news and I've got bad news, but mostly it's bad news. First of all, I don't have a prime engram. Somehow I ended up without a prime engram. I can actually do it with this. This actually would be just fine. If you did not know, I like to do a little giveaway section where I have a prime engram because for some reason I always have a prime engram. I just so happened to not play a lot this week because of E3 and all that stuff, so that's probably why. But usually it's like if I get like a hand cannon, then I'll do a giveaway in the next video. Last video, I actually did land up on the arm piece. I said I was going to do a giveaway, so in the description down below, you'll find a link to my Discord. I'll be doing the giveaway there. I'll make a post in the hashtag events text channel. All you have to do is react to that post. I'll try to make that as soon as I make the video. Just react with anything. Like put any emote you want. I'll put like a plethora of options for you to choose from. And then of course, by the end of like 24 hours, let's say, I'll pick somebody randomly from the list of reactions. If you did not know, you can actually click reactions and look at the list of all the people who did all the reactions. So I'll just pick a couple of people from that list, maybe like 3 different people, and I'll be giving away a bunch of Steam games. I have a lot of Steam games on my list from, you know, doing things with different developers and whatnot, and I wanted to give those out to you. So I'll be doing another one here with the engram purchases. Let's say if we get a kinetic weapon, I'll do another giveaway next week. Let's go ahead and see what I got here. It's a legendary engram, and it's a class item. It's not a kinetic weapon. All right, I don't have to scramble for another giveaway. I apologize. I was a bit scrambled. I didn't really think everything out very well, but I'll get better at it, and perhaps even better prizes that are related to Destiny in the future. Moving on to Hawthorne and her inventory with the clan bounties and the weekly raid challenges. We've got things like Blind Well, the Crucible, we got raid with clanmates, and obviously the last one, which is a powerful gear, which is Menagerie runs with clanmate. You gotta have a level 5 clan to get this. Next up, the weekly raid challenges, in case you wanted to do the Kali challenge, which is basically doing all 9 plates and then defeating those ogres in the middle every single phase you do on the Kali section of the Last Wish raid. Next up, to each their own, which I think is the boss challenge. So on the boss fight, every person has to shoot out one of the shield generators every single phase that there are shield generators. So there's 6 of them. Each person takes 1 of them. And then lastly, we don't know about the new clan rank 4 ones because we have never had any clans in rank 4 because you're limited per week. So I really don't know about it. Moving on to Benedict's inventory, in case you're wondering about the available bounties or the gear, gonna go over that very quickly. First of all, I want to mention this does say powerful gear. Last week it did not. I don't know if it actually did award powerful gear. I wasn't paying attention. But the first week it did say powerful, now it's saying powerful again. It might actually be a glitch. As far as the bounties this week, we have defeating enemies of all species. Apparently there are 6 species in the game. Next up, you have the Gambit daily bounties, complete 8 of those. Next up, you have defeating enemies with class ability final blows, which I don't understand because none of the class abilities can actually kill anybody, not even the Titan shield that actually just weakens them until they're like 1 health. I assume this is all abilities. And then lastly, you have collect lost treasure by defeating enemy combatants anywhere in the system. This might be just getting kills anywhere. This might be actually picking up those chests in the wild. I'm not too sure. The wording is kind of bad. And then obviously next up, let's talk about the gear. In case you wanted any one of these gears, you can stop on screen in case you're wondering about the individual items. And then the inaugural address. Pulse rifle is the weapon on sale today, which is a very worthwhile weapon. Outlaw kill clip, 390 pulse rifle, energy slot is just a fantastic weapon. Only issue is a year 1 weapon does not have the year 2 extra slot and modification, but it still works wonders in PvP and PvE. If you don't have one, I would recommend getting. Anyways, that's pretty much the end of the video. We no longer do the Drifter or Ada because there's no reason to. He doesn't give you alliance packages, and well, Ada gives you the same thing every week. But that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comments down below if you have any questions, any concerns. If there's something I missed, let me know in the comments down below. But that's pretty much it. Let me know in the comments down below as well if you know where I am. I'm actually still in the tower. This is a spot I don't know why exists that's like in some rafters in a tunnel and duct. You have to do some crazy jumping to get to. And it exists, but I don't know why. There's no lore in here. But anyways, let me know if you know where I am. In the next video, maybe I'll show you. But that's it. Hope you guys enjoyed. My name is Dychronic, and I'll see you guys on the next one.